everyone. My name is Chanin. I am a licensed massage therapist, a certified Reiki master teacher, a clinical herbalist, and do a whole lot more. And I'd love to tell you all about what the Healing Storm is and why I started it. And that is what today is all about. Now, before I do anything else, because this is talking about holistic wellness and alternative healing, I do want to say I am not a doctor, nor do I ever claim to be one. I do not prescribe. I can recommend, but I do not say I'm a doctor, and I cannot claim to be a doctor. I work with Eastern and Western medicine rather than against them. So if I'm working with somebody and I believe they should see a doctor, I'm going to tell them. If I'm working with somebody and I think I can help them take care of something, I'm going to tell them. But it's always their choice, and it's always something that I say, but if you need a doctor, please go. Whether it's in Eastern medicine or Western medicine, I will support you. But it's not ever me or them. We work as a team. Now, not all doctors believe this, and they will not work as a team with me. But for the most part, I've been very lucky, and I work with a lot of different doctors and physical therapists and chiropractors, and we get along just fine. And that is the way I feel it should always be. So now that I've put my disclaimer out there that I am not a doctor, let's talk about what the Healing Storm really is. So I do have my notes. I know I didn't need to tell you that. It's pretty obvious, but I really did want to just kind of put it out there. So holistic health and alternative health care and alternative treatments don't deal with symptoms. They deal with the body, the mind, the soul, and how it all balances. And that's really what I want to work with when I'm working with people and what I like to do. They're not separate. Just because we have symptoms doesn't mean that there's a problem. It's telling us that something's going on and we need to fix what's going on, not just alleviate the problem. And that's what holistic health is about. It's about looking for that big issue or the reason why you're having the fever, not the fever itself. And so, like, if I have a fever, or if one of my kids had a fever when they were younger, I put them in a tub with hot tea. And people are like, oh, why would you do that? And that's because I want to work with the fever, not against it. If you get rid of a fever, a lot of times you're making the sickness last longer because you're not able to fight. The fever is there to kill the germs and the infection, not to make you not just make you uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable for a day. Let the fever do its thing, and you'll feel better so much faster. So that's really what holistic wellness and holistic health means to me, and alternative means to me. It's using things other than Western medicine, things like massage, like Reiki, like energy work, aromatherapy, and herbal medicines to help and enhance the medicines that you're getting from your doctor. When we work with just a symptom, we're looking at it allopathically. And allopathically is great. It gets rid of that symptoms to make you feel better so you continue to do what you do, but it's not healing the whole problem. Looking at it holistically means that we're looking at our whole body. Think of your body as a giant ecosystem, and each organ system is a little sub-ecosystem. If one ecosystem is thrown off, it's going to throw the whole ecosystem off. So if you're having issues with your kidneys, you're going to have issues with the whole body. If you have, heart issues, you're going to have issues with other things too. So by looking at the whole body and not just, oh, well, it hurts to do this or it hurts to do that, you're actually taking care of your whole ecosystem and not just a piece of it. We're not machines. You can't just fix a piece and think the whole thing's going to feel better. You got to fix it all. And that's why the balance of the mind, body, and soul is so much better and so important when you are healing any kind of illness or any kind of pain or any kind of emotional stress. It's always best to do it in a balanced way and looking at all areas, not just one. So how did I get here? That's a big thing. I guess it all started because of my mom, and she was really big into finding out different ways to take care of yourself. She was much into holistic health before it was even cool. So this was back in the 70s. Um, One of the books back then was Back to Basics. Not a great book now, but it was awesome back then. Anyway, she taught me about it. She introduced me to meditation. She bought me workbooks about meditation. We went to camps about meditations, met a ton of kids that did it. I remember one time we were actually in a workshop with other kids, and the leader of our workshop, who was teaching us a guided meditation, was teaching us to guide our own meditations. So it was self-guided. And during this, to teach us this, they taught us how to technically cheat on tests in school. And it was a way to create a space in a meditation where you could find all the answers that you'd already read. So all you had to do was go to your little file cabinet or whatever, find the answer, and then you'd have it. And they literally taught us how to do this. I can say it works. I used it many times. I don't know many people who could skip school for 6 weeks and still makes Dean's List in high school. And yet, here I sit. So yeah, it works. Finding this is something that anybody can do. In fact, I've helped several teenagers learn how to do this. We create a meditative library that they can hit during tests, and it has helped them. So this is just one way meditation helped me. Now, in my life, I always had back pain. From the time I was like 6 or 7, I can remember having a lot of back pain. Nobody could tell me why. Doctors couldn't tell us. Nobody could tell us. It wasn't until I was in my 20s and I went to my first chiropractor, and they told me my spine was actually turned. It wasn't scoliosis. It wasn't bent. It was literally turned sideways, and it was attached to my pelvic bone. And it was like all this other stuff. There was no surgery that could fix it. I was always going to be in pain. And they even said, they could only do so much, but because of the way the spine was and the way it was attached, chiropractic work wasn't going to work that great on me. So I just was supposed to accept that I was going to be in pain all my life. Well, that was not going to happen. So I started looking into other things. My holistic mother, got me started on this. So down this path I go, and I started getting massages, and that would work for a while. And I started learning about herbs. I guess I was around 25 when I started doing herbal studies and started my first classes. Really got into it, and that's why I became a clinical herbalist. Been an herbalist now for 30 years. I only know this because my son turned 30 this year, and I started when he was born. So yeah, it's all been a journey of how to find a life that's less painful, because I'll never be pain-free, and I accept that. But there's, being less pain in my life is definitely a better quality of life. And that's why, one of the reasons why I did this.
At Colonial Jewelers, we're all about getting it right. Finding a ring style that you'll love to wear every day at a budget that works for you. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
Think you've seen it all? Danny Gurry keeps finding Frederick's hidden gems. Family spots, mom and pops, and can't miss bites. Good Morning Frederick. Make sure to watch live at 9 a.m. every weekday on Facebook and YouTube.
But the back end issues continued, just to let you know. Eventually in 2012, I stopped being able to walk. And that was a real setback for me. The herbs weren't working, nothing was working, the massages weren't working. I just could not walk. Had to have back surgery. And in 2013, I had that done. And I walked out of the hospital. And after that, I was like, this is it. I have got to take better care of myself. I've got to make sure this back lasts me until, for the next 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, whatever. And so that's where this journey took off again. And I started doing yoga every day. And I started doing more types of healings with the Reiki and energy work and bringing that in and learning how to do it. I'd always thought about things and had done things previously, but I had never been professionally and trained or certified. And that's where all that comes in. It was also around this time that I decided, well, massages are helping me, so I am going to go get licensed as a massage therapist. I did that in my 40s, and it was the best thing I could have ever done. I met some great people in classes, and I created a space where I could work with people that had pain issues, and that became my specialty, was chronic pain. My clients, the original clients, were all chronic pain sufferers, and I helped them through massage and through Reiki to have a better quality of life, because I was able to balance them better, helping them learn about posture, helping them learn about healing themselves, helping them to meditate through times when it was really bad. And as I kept getting new certifications, because we have to keep getting our license renewed and get new certifications to do that, I was able to learn more. I've been certified in TMJ and headaches and migraines. I've been certified in manual lymph drainage. I've been certified in pain management. There's actually a certification for massage therapy pain management. And it's totally different than trigger points, because I got that one too. But there's lots of different ways I've been able to help. And that is kind of how the Healing Storm started. When I was in school, we had for massage, we had a class and we had to create a business. And I named mine the Healing Storm. And it was a small holistic wellness center. And it focused on working with Eastern and Western medicines and helping people use all options and all types of treatments, Eastern, Western, holistic, alternative, to create a better quality of life. So from that, when I graduated and I became a massage therapist, licensed massage therapist, and opened up my own room and all of this, what could I call it? The Healing Storm. I had to. It was just there. So that is how the Healing Storm has come about. Since then, since 2018, when I opened the doors for the first time of the Healing Storm, I have helped hundreds of clients. I see clients all day, 5 days a week, and we have worked on everything from structural problems to postural problems. I have oncology clients. I have post-surgical clients. I have clients of all different types of issues, and I love to work with all of them. I introduce them to do things. They may come in as a massage client, but they end up getting Reiki and sound healing and some meditation going on. And because I do want to teach everything about a well-balanced mind, body, and spirit. And that is the Healing Storm. So, what do you get from this? The fact of the matter is, your takeaway should be that your body is an ecosystem and you need to take care of all of it, not just put band-aids on boo-boos. You need to heal it deep, deep down inside. And what's the best way you can do that? Start learning about healing yourself. Start learning about alternative medicines and alternative treatments, holistic medicine that you can use with your Western doctor or your Eastern doctor or your whoever doctor, so that you get the best and the most out of everything. That is your quest. Now it's time for you to learn.